Ring! It's Glitchy and welcome to Quick Quests, a series of guides where I explain how to conquer various side quests and trophies. In this episode I will go over the complete synthesis program to gather all you need and to ultimately craft the infamous Ultima weapon. This process will net you with the synthesis novice, amateur, veteran and master trophies. Obviously the Ultima weapon, lots and lots of other items and weapons, and maybe also the Heartless Hunter trophy, depending on how many you have beaten and how unlucky you get while farming. This guide will consist of normal Heartless and special Heartless. For some special Heartless, you will need to have some upgraded spells. For instance, you will need to have Stop Ga, which can be obtained by defeating Phantom in Neverland. You can watch a guide to defeat him right here in the card section. Another special Heartless will require healing items. You will need a lot of high potions and or elixirs if you can spare these. The rest also need spells like Eroga. You could check out the 99 Dalmatians guide to receive that upgraded spell. It might also be necessary to farm some money, but the amount depends on the final steps, so I will come back to this afterward. Be sure to equip Lucky Strike and Jackpot abilities on yourself, Donald and Goofy if they are available to speed up the process. This guide will also assume you are in the endgame, so all areas are available and all battle levels have increased to their maximum level. At any point during this guide, you can scroll down to the description and find timestamps to specific items and/or Heartless. This will make it easier for you to hop between wanted items or to view the full guide. Let's start with items from the normal Heartless. There isn't a real easy way of telling you exactly where to farm the specific Heartless, as they can spawn in multiple locations, so I will go over the item list in alphabetical order and tell you which places are best for farming. For Blaze Shards, you will need to kill red Nocturnes. They can be found in large portions in Monstro or outside of Hollow Bastion. 12 shards are needed. To get Blaze Gems, you will need to slay bandits and fat bandits, which can be found in Agrabah's Cave of Wonders. 10 are needed. Bright Shards are obtained by slaying green Requiems. There is a spot in Deep Jungle that will offer the best spawn rate of green Requiems. It's where you fought Clayton, right there on the top of the ledge. 13 are needed. For Bright Gems, you will need to kill some Surge Ghosts. They're found in a group of 3 in the green room of the hotel in Traverse Town or in Halloween Town just before the bridge. 8 are needed. Bright Crystals are obtained by defeating Defenders. They're found in groups of 3 in the hotel hallway in Traverse Town or in the 3rd district of Traverse Town for ease of access. 4 are needed. To get Frost Shards, you need to slay blue Rhapsodies. The Forest of Wonderland is the best choice for farming these, as they spawn in multiple sections. 10 are needed. For Frost Gems, you will need to defeat Sea Neons in Atlantica. They're basically everywhere in the world. 10 are needed. Gale is found by defeating Angel Stars or Invisibles in the End of the World. They're basically everywhere over there. 8 are needed. Lucid Shards are obtained by defeating regular shadows. Your best bet is the Bizarre Room in Wonderland. There are 3 waves of shadows just before a special Heartless arrives. Defeating these waves will net you a nice amount of Lucid Shards. 37 are needed. For Lucid Gems, you will need to slay Gargoyles and White Knights. They can be found all over Halloween Town. 13 are needed. To get some Lucid Crystals, you need to defeat Dark Balls. In Traverse Town 3rd district, you will find a nice amount of Dark Balls, also in the red room in the hotel over there. They can be farmed together with the Defenders. 9 are needed. Power Shards are obtained by killing Bouncy Wilds and Power Wilds in Deep Jungle. Start in the camp area and work your way to where you fought Clayton to find a whole bunch. 13 are needed. To get Power Gems, you will need to kill Pirates and Air Pirates in Neverland. They're basically everywhere in the world. 11 are needed. For Power Crystals, you will need to kill Wyverns. They're easily found in Traverse Town 2nd district. 3 are needed. Shiny Crystals are obtained from Wizards. They're found in the hallway of the hotel in Traverse Town after the Defender wave is defeated. They can be farmed together with the Defenders and the Dark Balls. 3 are needed. Spirit Shards are found by killing large bodies and soldiers. They're found inside of Hollow Bastion and in Agrabah City. 13 are needed. To get spirit gems, you need to slay air soldiers. They spawn in packs in Wonderland, both in the forest and the bizarre room. 7 are needed. Thunder shards are obtained from yellow operas. They're easily found in the forest of Wonderland as they spawn in multiple sections. 12 are needed. For thunder gems, you will need to defeat aqua tanks and screwdrivers. They're found in Atlantica outside of Ariel's grotto and on your way to the palace. 15 are needed. That takes care of the list of normal heartless. The next set is going to consist of special heartless. They will require some strategies and an amount of luck for them to spawn, but just to remind you, you can go back to the gummy ship and return to the world in question to reset their spawn rate. Again, I will cover them alphabetically with one exception. Blazing stones are obtained from Chimera, the special heartless from Halloween Town. Make your way to the place where Oogie's mansion once stood tall. A couple of white knights will spawn and you'll need to defeat those. After some waves, this robot-like creature will appear. This is the Chimera. Start by casting arrow on yourself and drop his HP. When it reaches 0, 3 colored orbs will fall out of his head. It will be your job to reflect them back at him to damage him and make him drop blazing stones. With arrow on you, you can just run up to the orbs and send them back. You could also hit the orbs with your keyblade to send them back. The choice is yours. He can drop stones while receiving damage and when he is defeated. 7 are needed. Look at that, it rhymed. Dazzling stones are obtained from Jet Balloon, the special heartless from Wonderland. It's a flying aqua tank that is found outside the ship. Mind you, he's really fast and extremely greedy. He shoots screwdrivers that upon hitting you will steal your money. But be not afraid. By gliding up or down you can dodge these attacks, getting close and attack the jet balloon. It can drop up to 2 dazzling stones per kill. 6 are needed. Energy stones are obtained from the stealth soldier, the special heartless in Hollow Bastion. Like his name suggests, he is invisible. He's found in the entrance hall and in the grand hall. I myself farmed him in the grand hall due to the ease of access. Stealth soldier will spawn there amidst 2 large bodies. Try to lock onto him, jump in and get a combo in. If he doesn't escape and you get to stagger him, he will lose his invisibility. Now you can go in for the kill and receive that energy stone. 6 are needed. Frost stones are obtained from the Grand Ghost, the special heartless in Monstro. He is found where you fought this world's boss the first time. This is not your average heartless battle, as you cannot damage him through normal means. He can only be damaged by using healing items on him. About 5 high potions will do the trick, or 4 high potions and 1 potion. Using potions only will take too long and the heartless will disappear. If you have elixirs to spare, you can use these 2 to speed up the process. It'll drop a frost stone upon defeat. 7 are needed. Fury stones are obtained from Giga Shadow, the special heartless in Wonderland. In the bizarre room, 3 waves of shadows will spawn around the table. This is your cue that Giga Shadow will spawn soon. After the 3rd wave, or rather during, cast arrow on yourself. These Giga Shadows are really big and surprisingly fast. And once they hit you, it's all over, so arrow will prevent that from happening. Defeat them as fast as possible and they will drop a Fury Stone. 5 are needed. Lightning stones are obtained from Black Ballad, one of the special heartless in Deep Jungle. This is a rather fun one. He is found in the area next to the camp. He will be sitting on the rock all by his lonesome and will then split into 5. One of them will jump up and they will jumble themselves up. The trick here is to find the correct one and hit him. The correct one is obviously the one that jumped up at the beginning, so try to focus on him and track him down. He gets faster every time he gets hit and will repeat this up to 4 times without failures in between. It can drop a lightning stone during this process, but it will also drop one upon defeat. 5 are needed. Mythril stones are obtained from the pot scorpion, the special heartless in Agrabah. Right at the palace gates will be a number of pots. One of these pots is a scorpion. The trick to finding the scorpion is to run against these pots to move them. If they move, you can break them. If it doesn't, it needs to be ignored until all pots are broken. The reason why all of these pots must be destroyed first is because the pots themselves can also drop a stone. The pot fight itself isn't necessarily hard. Start the battle with casting arrow on yourself, then keep an eye on his movements. Evade his poison, and when he charges at you, just let arrow push him back for you, or block to deflect his charge. That will be your cue to jump in and damage it. Then, when you kill the pot scorpion, it will drop you its own Mythril stone. 8 are needed. Power stones are obtained from Sniper Wild, the annoying special heartless in Traverse Town. They can be found in the 2nd district and are by far the most annoying heartless. You see, there's only one at the start that is actively searching for you, and when it sees you, it will call its friends and they will mercilessly shoot at you until you leave or die. So you need to defeat it when it doesn't see you. When you defeat it, 2 more will spawn and you will have to do the same for these 2. As they jump around, separating them is easy. But when they are defeated too, 3 more will spawn and changes the whole game as they don't have a jumping pattern. Try getting them separated and take them out one by one. The final one of these 3 will drop a power stone, but right after this a new single one will spawn, so you can start it all over instantly. The downside is that they are much faster now. If you're a tryhard like I was, you can also try to use a stop spell in between their spawn times. When the wave of 2 spawn, stand right there and cast stop. Hit one to death and jump over to the next one to kill him too. Instantly return to the previous spot and cast stop when the wave of 3 spawn. Kill one, try to kill the second and run away fast for the last one. It's a bit hard but also much faster. Again, the last one will drop a power stone. 5 are needed. Serenity power is dropped by the pink agaricus, one of the special heartless in Deep Jungle. This one is found in the treehouse section of the map. Upon arrival, 3 white mushrooms are scattered. They all look frozen and you need to cast stop on them. Their spots vary each time. They can be outside on the slope, inside the house, outside on the balcony, under the house on the ropes, on the beams of the roof, on the roof itself, but almost every time there is one in the boat. After finding all 3 and casting stop on them, the pink agaricus will spawn inside the house, or, if in your game the floorboards broke, he will drop down to the ropes beneath. I understand this is different for some players. This heartless does require Stop Ga, Arrow Ga, and Ars Arcanum. Don't worry, you should have learned this ability when you defeated Hook. Start by casting Arrow Ga on yourself, lock on to the agaricus face, not the body, the face, else you cannot perform Ars Arcanum on demand. When the face is targeted, perform the following steps. Cast Stop Ga, perform Ars Arcanum, jump, 3-hit combo, jump, 2-hit combo, Ars Arcanum, jump, 3-hit combo, jump, 2-hit combo, Ars Arcanum. After, you will see hit markers and tech points go up. There's a maximum of 100 hits you can dish out to this heartless, and the higher the number goes, the higher your chances for obtaining Serenity power. The reason for Arrow Ga being there is because it deals out extra hits when you're up close. Ars Arcanum just deals a lot of hits on its own too. The steps I explained were the easiest for me to get up to 97. Try these or alter some to your liking and get that Serenity power. 7 are needed. Stormy stones are obtained from Neo Shadows, the special heartless in the world that never was. You can land at the final save point just before the door. The Neo Shadows will spawn in the room before, where you had to fight some waves of heartless to open up the way. To spawn the Neo Shadows, you can walk back and forth between these 2 screens, but I found that they spawn more frequently if you go back 2 more screens, through the darkness infested hallways. Then return again to see if the Neo Shadows have spawned, but they're pretty feisty, so cast Arrow Ga on yourself and then attack them with the intent to kill. The final kill will drop a Stormy Stone. 4 are needed. Now for the exception. There is this one special heartless that can be found scattered across all worlds. The white mushrooms. These spawn at multiple locations in each world and need a special strategy to drop their item, the mystery goo. Each white mushroom will perform a gesture. You will need to respond to this gesture with the correct magic ability. If the mushroom looks like he's cold, shivering with his arms crossed, cast fire on it. If it looks like he's hot, waving his arms towards its face, cast blizzard on it. If the mushroom has an orange light above him, cast thunder on it. If the mushroom lies flat on the ground, cast cure on it. If the mushroom spins around, cast arrow on it. If the mushroom does not move, cast stop on it. If the mushroom floats in mid-air, cast gravity on it. If you cast the correct spell on it, he will be happy about it. Each mushroom will do this up to 3 times and offers an item upon 3 correct spells. Per room of white mushrooms are at least 3 of them. It's not guaranteed to get a mystery goof for every correct mushroom in the room, but there's a higher chance to receive one from the last one in the room. 10 are needed. I did this in Wonderlands Forest since they only do 3 different spells: Fire, Blizzard and Thunder. But you can find them in Deep Jungle at the camp, Agrabah in the treasure room, Halloween Town in the graveyard, Atlantica's sunken ship, and at the end of the world in the spot where you fight the Neo Shadows. They will do more and more gestures in every consecutive world. Alright, that takes care of the special Heartless. There are only a couple of items left that you need to gather through treasure chests or buying from the shop in Traverse Town. We need a lot of dark matter, but the game only offers 11 from chests. The rest needs to be synthesized. But don't worry, this guide took this number of materials in account. These 11 chests are scattered through the worlds. Locations on these are in the description if you haven't found them yet. All 11 are needed and 3 need to be synthesized. Same as dark matter, Mythril is found through treasure chests. Locations to them are found in the description below. 17 are needed. For this one, you will need lots of money if you are not inclined on finding all of the available Orichalcum. You can find Orichalcum in treasure chests. You will find their locations in the description below. However, for 5,000 money a pop, you can buy these in the item shop in Traverse Town. 19 are needed. Now that we've finished gathering all of the necessary items, we can go to the synthesis shop in Traverse Town. Talk to the Moogle there and start synthesizing your items. After every 6 items created, exit the conversation and start it again to load the next set of items. When you reach dark matter, remember to create 3 and no more. In no time flat, you will have received your trophies, created all items including Donald's Fantasista, Goofy's 7 elements, and your very own Ultima Keyblade. I hope this guide helped you out quite nicely. More guides will surely follow, so be sure to stick around for those. You can check out some other guides right here if you like. Leave your thoughts or stuff I missed in the guide in the comment section below. I will be there like always. Until the next time, stay safe and may your heart be your guiding key.